Hello, my name is Matt Brennan, Head of Passive Portfolios here at AJ Bell. Today I'd like to tell you about the AJ Bell Passive Global Growth Fund. Despite representing around a quarter of the global economy, the 7 largest emerging countries, known as the EM7, including the likes of China, India and Brazil, represent only 7% of major global equity indices, such as the MSCI All Country World Index. As stock markets in these countries mature, they will become a much bigger part of the financial markets in the future. Over 6 billion people live in emerging or developed economies, representing over 85% of the world's population. Over the next few decades, the makeup of the world's economy is likely to shift further towards emerging markets, as population growth leads to productivity gains. In fact, experts expect China to be the largest economy in the world within the next 15 years, knocking the US off the top spot. A study by CEBR shows it's not just China making headway, with other emerging countries such as South Korea, Indonesia, India, and even Brazil set to rise up the economic league table. In fact, by 2032, 5 out of the top 10 economic superpowers are expected to be emerging countries, and it is highly likely that significantly more than a quarter of global economic output will come from these EM7 nations in the not too distant future. Our Global Growth Fund will allow you to invest in the fund of the future today. As well as allocating a significant part of the fund to stocks from emerging countries, a portion will also invest in technology companies. With the advent of smartphones, robotics, and even space travel, innovation is driving global growth across the globe. By investing in a basket of companies that are set to benefit from these trends, we spread the risks across a lot of different stocks, while retaining the benefits of higher expected growth in this sector. We also invest in shares across different regions, including Europe, North America, Asia, and the UK. The fund has minimal exposure to lower risk assets such as bonds and cash. In doing so, we have created a diversified fund for an investor who is seeking higher returns in the longer term, whilst understanding that shares carry a greater risk and the value of the fund could fall significantly in the shorter term. Like the other 5 AJ Bell passive funds, we make the commitment to never forget whose money it is. With this in mind, we keep costs low by only buying index trackers. We manage the funds on a daily basis, reacting to changing markets so you don't have to. We provide regular updates on how your fund is performing, explaining what we are doing with your investments and, more importantly, why. And so, if you're an investor looking to the long term, be that for your own retirement or a nest egg to put aside for your grandchildren, and can tolerate a higher level of risk, we think the AJ Bell Passive Global Growth Fund could work for you. As ever, we would urge you to do your own research to ensure that any investment you select is appropriate to your attitude to risk, your financial circumstances, and objectives. If you're unsure about any of this, please speak to a financial advisor. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for watching.